and welcome to Money Matters. With the COVID pandemic forcing people to socially distance last year, working from home has become the norm for many. Even after health guidelines were loosened, many companies are keeping a flexible work from home policy for their employees, and it looks like it's here to stay, as many businesses have seen productivity maintained and even rise with this hybrid setup. Companies are renovating offices and changing policies to adapt to the future of work. Okay, so this space was just recently renovated.
Yes, it is, and we just moved in about a month ago. These are hot desks, and people can choose wherever they want to sit on the day, depending on their need, and you can see all these tables are adjustable.
Can employees buy these desks for their home office?
Oh, definitely. We actually provide them with an allowance last year in an e-wallet where they can claim for what they bought for working from home.
Sharon Chang, head of HR for DBS, said COVID accelerated their future of work strategy since they were already adopting a flexible work from home setup with employees. With the forced remote working during COVID, they realized the best split for employee satisfaction and productivity was 40% work from home and 60% working out of the office.
But we don't, fix schedule for our employees, so they can work 40% at home according to their needs.
Okay. So how has productivity been since you've adopted a flexible hybrid office?
It's very encouraging. Our first half NPAT was Hong Kong dollars 3.6 billion, up 8% compared with last year. So, it's really encouraging results.
This means the office is set up for collaboration among employees. The space here is called the Joy Space.
We break all the walls. Before, right, we have all the partition. You cannot see me, I cannot see you. But right now you can see that it's an open space. So people can discuss, people can brainstorm, and to come up with new ideas.
Right. How important is it to company culture to have this collaborative space?
Is at the heart of our culture, because banking is, a people business anyway. So when we try to serve our customers end to end, we cannot be siloed. People can really work together, and there's no border between different functions.
DBS isn't the only company in Hong Kong doing this. Recruitment agency Michael Page says many employees are adopting a work-from-home policy and job seekers are expecting this as part of their standard package.
Certainly in the last decade, some forward-thinking organizations have used it as a unique selling point to attract talent to come and work for their organization. Going forward, it's an expectation. I think it will just be standard, and that's really exciting.
Mark says the technology for work from home has been around for the last decade, but what was missing was the trust between employer and employee. COVID forced the situation, and the result has proved positive.
There's been a trust gap between employers and employees, and what COVID has done is it's forced the world to operate in this way, and employers now have data that really confirms that not only can you achieve the same productivity, but in some organizations you can actually enhance productivity.
One survey shows that 77% of those working remotely increased productivity, with 30% of them doing more work in less time. 24% do more work in the same period of time. Mark says this holds true for his company, which showed increased revenue during COVID.
It's increased by double digits globally, and in some areas much more than that. So, we're actually seeing exactly that. And so we're really confidently pursuing a much more flexible agenda in terms of the way that we employ our people and set up our workplaces.
They're due to begin renovations to adopt a hybrid work from home and office setup. Are you revisiting your leases and your different offices in the city?
We've got 2 leases, one here in Central and one in Admiralty, and our goal is to bring everybody together under one roof. reduce the amount of overall space, increase collaboration, and actually just create an environment which is cooler, that people want to work in, that's modern and relevant. And everybody will have a laptop. Those coming to work will either book the desk or take it up on a first-come, first-served basis and can dock a laptop into a monitor, but there won't be one for every single employee. Instead, we will take a larger chunk of space in the middle of the office and create this real heartbeat social space, cafeteria, bar areas, where people can collaborate and just work off laptops without any fixed technologies at all.
Not all companies that want to adopt working from home have the budget to renovate. And not everyone has a home environment they want to work from in this city of tiny flats and multi-generational households. One startup has recognized this and is servicing this market with a hot desking app that allows people to work from anywhere at shared offices by paying by the minute. So how do we use this?
So once you arrive at the workspace, you open our app, and then here there's a check-in button, there's a QR code generated, and here's the scanner. You scan, and there you go. And I'm free to use the co-working space here.
Launched just 2 months ago in Hong Kong and Singapore, the app already has over 1,000 active users. And they also have about 100 enterprise accounts signed on.
So at the end of the month, Deskimo will build the company, the enterprise, and then there you go. So it's a very low-touch solution for the employees themselves.
And it starts billing you right away?
Yes, and once I'm done, I scan again to check out, and then I will be billed based on the actual minutes used.
Yeah. And is it different depending on location?
Exactly. We allow our workspace to decide the hourly rate they charge, but typically we're seeing around 40 Hong Kong dollars per hour. That's basically a price for a cup of coffee.
Julio Orr, co-founder of an online job-seeking platform, just signed on to the app recently. Previously, his company had a contract with a co-working space.
Sometimes our team doesn't want to go all the way to one location. They might just want to go near their home, and it's just more flexible. So yeah, it just was perfect for us at the time.
He says it saves them money even when compared to the co-working contract they previously had.
There are times where you might not even go to the office for a whole week or for a couple of weeks. And so we found like it saves us at least 10-20%. Which is, we're a startup, so everything kind of counts.
He says a 50-50 split between working anywhere, together with working with colleagues, is what works best for the team.
It turns out that people still like to come in quite a bit. They want to be around their colleagues and everything. So, and you want to kind of be seeing each other at least every couple of days or at least half the day. Just enough interactions, because there's always those things that happen when you're just sitting next to each other that you're just passing by.
With about 40 locations at the fingertips of users, companies can choose the type of surroundings they want for group meetings.
Some have barista cafes, as you can see here. Some even have a sound sauna for our users to use to distress if they ever feel like, work is getting very stressful. And some of them have a very nice sunlit terrace or rooftop for them to enjoy some fresh air.
The shift to hybrid working looks set to stay post-COVID, especially as one report shows that 61% of Hong Kongers prefer the flexibility over strict supervision. Those in recruitment and HR expect people's feet to do the voting when it comes to staying or leaving companies that don't offer flexibility.
The Federal Reserve will start dialing back its ultra-low rate policies this year, as long as hiring in the U.S. continues to improve. Fed Chair Jerome Powell has signaled the beginning of the end of the Fed's extraordinary response to the COVID pandemic recession. He said the economy had improved significantly this year, with average hiring in the past 3 months reaching the highest level on record for any similar period before the pandemic. While keeping watch on the rapid rise in infections from the Delta variant, he said they expect healthy job gains to continue. The Fed has been buying $120 billion a month in mortgage and treasury bonds to to try to hold down longer-term loan rates to spur borrowing and spending. Powell's comments indicate the Fed will likely announce a reduction or a tapering of those purchases sometime in the final 3 months of this year. On the IPO front here in Hong Kong, tech unicorn SenseTime has identified the mainland's tightening technology regulatory regime as a key risk for investors in its proposed Hong Kong stock offering. The US has banned the artificial intelligence startup, citing involvement in human rights abuses. The company reportedly wants to raise as much as $2 billion. Time declined to comment on the size of the deal. The company provides technology-based applications including facial recognition and video analyzing and autonomous driving. In the filing, SenseTime said China's changing regulations, especially towards sensitive data handling, could impact its business, but it was unable to quantify the effects of the new rules. China announced on August 20th new rules governing the better storage of users' data, instructing companies not to mismanage or misuse the data.
Up next on Money Matters, they say only people with the deepest pockets can house hunt in Midlevels. But we may have found a few bargains. Stick around. Welcome back to Money Matters. Midlevels property may be out of reach for most people. Apartments usually fetch high prices, but for people who have their hearts set on moving into the area on a more modest budget, Alice Kahn reports there may be purchase options after all.
For years, Midlevels has possessed a brand that most people associate with high-end property, totally out of their more modest price range. Most locations have easy access to bars and restaurants in Soho and Long Kwai Fong. If buyers look hard enough, some older buildings harbor affordable options, even bargains. Most residential buildings on Kane and Seymour roads are over 30 years old, and some are up to 50 years old. Flat prices here can be as low as $17,000 per square foot, lower than the secondary mass market in some parts of the new territories.
The area here is old, but the price is still attractive. If the landlord is really eager to sell, they would put the price at bank valuation or like 2 to 3% lower than the bank valuation.
This week, we checked out this 20-year-old standalone building, Palatial Crest. The block offers 188 units. Currently, prices range from $18.8 million to $24 million. The average transacted price is just over $24,000 per square foot. We visited this 787 square foot flat on the second floor. The owner is asking $18.8 million, or just $23,888 per square foot, below the average transacted price, the lowest asking price in this building.
The flat is located in the lower level, and so that's why he won't put a higher price.
The owner used to lease it out to an expat couple for $38,000. If he can't sell it, he will consider renting it out again at the same price. The agent showed us the layout of this bargain flat. First, we checked out the living and dining areas.
This living area is 215 square feet.
It looks quite practical.
Yeah, this flat, the layout is quite distinguished into a living room and dining room because it's in a square shape.
There's room for a large sofa along the wall. In the dining area, a table for 5 can easily fit. The owner also decorated the flat, making it look more cozy. The ceiling lamp above the dining table creates a chic vibe. Although the building is 20 years old, the ceiling is more than 10 feet high, a rare offering for the developments in the area. The extra height adds to the roomy feeling. Also, there's a large window in the living room that brightens things up in the flat.
How about the view?
Actually, In this district, in West Midlevel, we got quite a lot of building around, but this flat, although it's on the second floor, still got a quite open view because they have some terrace underneath and you can see the other buildings' garden, so that's why the view is quite with a distance.
The furniture and the interior are in good condition. Next, we checked out the rest of the apartment.
And this is the first single bedroom. And now landlord has make it into a bedroom with wardrobe and a study desk. But for friends coming over, so they can stay here for a night. Even make it into a home office room, like study room, for them for more privacy. And here is the original washroom, but now the bathtub is gone. And now here comes to the master bedroom, and the door have been moved from here to here. So landlord enlarged the master bedroom and enclosed this bedroom into here to become a walk-in closet.
Then why did he make those changes?
Because originally the single bedroom is just 73 square feet, so now enclosed it here, make the master bedroom bigger, and also the space can use more practical, and the landlord can enjoy privacy here to change clothes.
The master bedroom has large windows on both sides.
So we come to this master bedroom area, and it's around 103 square feet.
But this curvy curtain wall is not very user-friendly. How do you lay out the furniture?
Well, most people will put their bed here, and head here, and foot here. And for this curtain wall, although it's in curvy shape, but you can see we got quite a lot of sunlight coming in the flat, so makes the flat bright and nice.
But the view is not good. We can see lots of building, and it has a privacy issue.
Yeah, to be honest, because around West Midlevel is crowded and packed. In the morning, you can open the curtains and let the lights in, but in the night, you can close it back.
Luckily, the other side has a better view, overlooking a small garden and a swimming pool.
You know, this unit is not that big, and then what sort of a buyer or tenants do you think this apartment will appeal to?
For this kind of apartment, and not very old, and with 700 to 800 square feet, most likely the expats living here are working in Central or Admiralty. This is attractive area for people to move into this traditional luxury property area because it's kind of entry level for them.
The agent says the present owner has already renovated the flat, so future owners don't have to pay the same expense.
Actually, landlords have made some nice renovation with some ceiling lights and even a desk here, so people can move in with their package easily. They don't need to prepare a lot of furniture here, and so landlord enlarged this master bedroom with the walk-in closet so that people using the flats here is more easily.
The building offers a covered car park. There are supermarkets nearby and good transport connections with the rest of the island. For the outlook of the property market in this area, some bet the price will rise after the completion of redevelopment projects. Currently, there are 5 redevelopment projects underway, providing a total of 659 new units. The biggest redevelopment project is on Seymour Road, further away from Palatial Crest. In 2016, Henderson Land and New World Development acquired Mary Terrace and are building 2 towers. The total floor area is 277,000 square feet, 36% higher than the previous site. It will offer 172 units after its completion in 2023. Surveyor Kit Jung expects flat prices will rival another project at 39 Conduit Road, which is the most expensive property in Asia.
This redevelopment project is targeting to provide the flat size in the range of 500 something to 3,000 something. But there will be some special unit at around 10,000 square feet per unit. And I think they are targeting the selling price at the range between 40,000 to 50,000 per square foot. They are targeting some high net worth individuals or families to purchase their units.
Owners of the nearby new projects are asking sale price at $50,000 per square foot. But the redevelopment projects may not help push the price of old buildings up.
You can see that their building age already quite high. Even there will be some stimulation to their housing price, but it will not be a substantial impact to bring up the housing price to another level.
Archaeologists working on digs in the ancient city of Pompeii have discovered a remarkably well-preserved skeleton during excavations that also shed light on the cultural life of the city before it was destroyed by a volcanic eruption in 79 AD. The team found white hair and part of an ear, along with bones and fabric fragments found in the tomb of a necropolis of Porta Sarno, in an area not yet open to the public that is located in the east of Pompeii's ancient urban center. The discovery is unusual since most adults were cremated after death at the time. An inscription of the tomb suggested that its owner, Marcus Venerus Secundio, helped organize performances in Pompeii that were conducted in Greek.
He remembers in his inscription, he organized representations, theater, music, we don't know, but what is important for him is to underline that it was in Greek and Latin. And this is very unusual. We didn't know so far that in Pompeii there were also Greek representations. So that's very interesting because it tells us something about the cultural atmosphere in this period.
Experts said it was the first confirmation that Greek was used alongside Latin. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD destroyed Pompeii. Excavations over the years have yielded remarkable discoveries of tombs, chariots, and brilliantly frescoed homes that were preserved beneath layers of volcanic ash.
That's the show. Thanks for watching. Next week on Money Matters, expats are leaving the city because of less work, strict COVID rules, and to be closer to loved ones. Business groups have warned that long quarantines have made the city bad for business. See you then. Good night.